Hey everyone, it's Ben Hard here, and in today's video, I'm reviewing a 2022 GMC Yukon XL with the AT4 package. First and foremost, though, a huge shout out and thank you to the National GMC here in American Fork for giving me some time with this AT4. Check out the inventory in the description down below. Let's get right into the video. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 14 around town and then 19 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 460 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the front end of the AT4. So first off, you guys can see here with the distinctive body lines here on the hood. And this is one of the few cars that you can actually see the body lines even with white paint because they're so prominent. Now we've got the C-shaped LED daytime running lights, and then you can see the headlights as well, how those are stacked up. Fog light down below that. Notice the black trim kind of all around it. Parking sensors here on the front end. Notice we have the massive GMC logo here front and center. There's a camera there at the bottom of the logo. We've got parking sensors here at the bottom, and then we've got the red tow hooks with the skid plate. It's such a cool aesthetic, and that's one of the coolest parts of the AT4 package is having that skid plate and everything there on the front end, and it has more skid plates underneath to protect vital components because it is an off-road SUV. But there you go. Now coming around the side here, we've got two 75mm tires wrapped on 20-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see from a design perspective with the wheels, you got the silver on the top with the black below that, and I think it looks fantastic. And then notice we've got pretty aggressive tires here. They are all-terrain tires. The camera will focus on the tread pattern there. And then as for the suspension, this has air suspension and the magnetic ride control as well. So ride quality is super smooth, and you've got the height adjustment on top of that, which is awesome. Notice how the fender is kind of molded in. Got our AT4 badge here, GMC logo. This does have power side steps. Notice we got the two-tone mirrors with the black on the bottom, the white on the top. And being an XL, you guys can see that this is quite long, and well, there's your side view. So here is our key fob for the Yukon. You've got your unlock function, your lock function, remote start, the opening for the hatch, and then that's just the window. But if we press this twice, then this will open up the hatch, and you'll see the benefit of the XL part of this. So first off, notice we got this for the seats. So the second row you can just fold down. Third row you can raise and fold down automatically, which is really cool. And then we have our full power outlet. We got some goodies that come with this from the factory, brand new, and storage space underneath. But if this was, well, a regular Yukon and not the XL, then the seats would come back to like right here-ish, roughly. So you wouldn't have nearly as much storage space as what this has. And so again, that's one of the big benefits to going to the XL is having all this extra storage space. And then notice here with the metallic plaques on either side. And yeah, that's everything for the rear. So when you're done, you just got to press this, and then that'll actually lower the hatch back down, and well, right forward. There you go. Now let's finish things up with the rear of the Yukon. So you can see we've got the AT4 badge here, we've got the Yukon logo on the other side, and then notice with the C-shaped tail light here. We've got the parking sensors all along the rear with the exhaust tips here on either side. You got two on either side. This is the bezel that covers the receiver hitch. I'll show you guys the towing sticker a little bit later, but there is the rear. Ooh. Now here's the door panel in the rear. You guys can see here with the leather trim and the stitching at the top, and then down below, notice it's perforated here on the side. Definitely a cool aesthetic. We have the Bose sound system here with the AT4. And then here are the seats, again with the brown piping. Got a little bit of, well, it's kind of more like tan than brown. But anyways, all down the center, we got our AT4 plaque right here. Those steps help out quite a bit. There is a grab handle too, if you need a little bit more help. Notice got legroom, headroom as well. It's solid. You can see the storage pocket here. Couple cup holders. We've got our climate controls down below, heated seats there on either side with the USBs, and then a full power outlet right there. Got this nice armrest here. Now the third row is super spacious. Why don't you just pop back there so I can show you. Now, you guys can see legroom's great. Headroom's great as well. We've got some cup holder situation here. We've got a little USB as well, so it's just fantastic overall. And here's what the headrest looks like popped up. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. You can fit adults back here very comfortably. But anyways, let's head to the front. Now here is the front door panel. You can see again with the stitching here, and then down below, and then notice perforated here on the side. We've got all of our window controls here. Notice that the front two are automatic. The mirrors do power fold in. They also have blind spot monitoring. And then we also have memory seats, and then you can see another speaker for the Bose sound system. AT4 logo right there, and then here's the front seat. Notice again with the AT4 and the headrest, and then perforated down the center, and then here on the sides as well. Got your power adjustments right here, and before I forget, here's your towing sticker, as you can see, and then also with the payload as well. And then pedal layout down below, and then notice we got our light controls right here. This is our drive mode select. That's for the air suspension to raise and lower it. We've got our drive line select right above that. Trailer brake controls. This is for the heads-up display. Parking brake, we've got quite a bit over here in this section. Lane departure, stability control, hill descent control. That's for the camera system, parking sensors, auto stop start, outlets, and then the steering wheel is power adjustable. And let's pop in. Now here is the steering wheel for the AT4. You've got really nice leather trim all around, and then again you've got that brown stitching and the center portion. We've got our voice command controls for the center stack, heated steering wheel button. We have our cruise control here. Radio controls are on the back of the steering wheel, and then you have your turn signal, windshield wiper stalk, and well, there's the steering wheel. Here is the center gauge cluster. It's a full digital gauge cluster. That's one of the cool things about the new AT4, well, just the new Yukon in general. But notice here with the different menus, you can scroll through, see different bits of information. Now, we do have a bunch of different drive modes first off. So notice that we've got our sport, off-road, and then our tow haul mode, and then obviously normal as well. And then if I press the air suspension button, it'll let me change the ground clearance. Notice we have increased ground clearance that you go up into. And then when you go into like the, again, with the drive modes, when you go into like the off-road mode, that should allow me to go to the max, there we go, maximum ground clearance right there. And oh, four-wheel low to raise it, never mind. So wrong on that, we just learned something today. But anyways, that is the center gauge cluster. Really cool, and it's cool with all the customization from a suspension and drive mode perspective that you have. Now, sorry about the glare, it's just the time of day, but anyways, here is the center infotainment system. From a camera perspective, this has the full 360 camera view. Look at that Bronco. So you can see out of pretty much every single angle here with the Yukon. It's absolutely fantastic. Resolution's fantastic as well. And so you can, I mean, it's a large SUV, but if you did take this off-road, you could pretty much spot yourself with the camera. Now notice we got this like shortcut bar here on the side. You've got the main screen right here, which again, response time with that is fantastic. And overall, I think it's a really good infotainment system, easy to use. Makes sense, right? They kept things pretty simple with it. We have our transmission select right here. So notice you got your park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then your manual shift function here. And then again, with the perforated leather and the stitching. And then notice the dash also has leather all over it and then nice stitching. And then we have this like random little storage cubby thing, which is definitely unique. Hazard light button. And then we've got our analog controls here for the radio setup. Dual zone climate controls. Again, you've got the rear climate as well. Notice you can control that from here. Heated, cooled seats. We got our wireless phone charger. Some more charging ports. A couple of cup holders here. And then here is the center console setup. Notice that we've got the perforations there. Storage space is great here. And again, I love the dash. Love the look of that. But as you can see, there's the glove box setup. And then finishing things up at the very top, we do have a panoramic sunroof, which looks kind of small because it's such a big SUV. And then notice you got the control, there's a little fiber there. Anyways, got the controls for the sunroof right here, and then for the hatch, and then for the seats to lower those down. Darker colored headliner, and oh, this one actually does not have the camera mirror. So here's our window sticker for this Yukon XL AT4, so you guys can see here. And notice the warranty. We've got the 3-year 36,000 mile bumper to bumper, 5-year 60,000 mile on the powertrain, and then stuff like the Magnaride control, and then you can see the rest of the standard equipment. Now options, 20-inch wheels, almost $3,000 for these bad boy wheels. That is pretty crazy. And then obviously the V8 engine. Now this has the premium capability package, so we have the electronic limited slip differential. We've got the air suspension as well, which helps out from an off-road capability perspective, but also makes it ride a little bit more comfortably on road as well. It's like the tech package. And notice we do have some credits for different things. So not equipped with front seat cushion ventilation. Later retrofit. I had the ventilated seat function on. I'm confused. And it felt like it was cooling. I'm confused. Anyways, total MSRP $84,655. And I just want to make one last comment. So obviously in the title of this video, I'm probably going to mention something about the Timberline. This is a big winning point for the AT4 because you can get this with the XL. You can get this with a longer wheelbase. Ford will not offer, well, I shouldn't say will not, does not offer the Expedition Timberline with the longer wheelbase. And so if you want a cool off-road third row SUV, like full-size third row SUV with a long wheelbase, AT4, that's the route to go right now. That's gonna sum things up for our video on this GMC Yukon AT4. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the National GMC here in American for giving me some time with the AT4. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see all of you in the next video.